Today we're going to explain how to do an extrude with OnShape. First, we need to create a new document, create document, create a name. Now we're in OnShape. So now we want to extrude using this top surface right here. So we can hide our front and right plane. So go over here, click on a little eyeball, front and right, and both of those planes disappear. Now we can normalize this view to our view right here. I can use my middle mouse button, hold that down, and I can pan this over and zoom the scroll wheel on your mouse, zooms in and out, zooms out. Okay. So if I want to extrude anything, first of all, I need to have a sketch. So let's create a sketch, and we're going to create a sketch on the top surface. So it created sketch 1. All right. So now we can just take any shape we want to create, and as long as the shape is connected together, it will extrude it. So I will show you, I clicked on line there, and I'm just kind of creating a shape. And what happens if I don't connect that shape, and I right click and I escape that line, it will not extrude this. So if we finish this and I go to extrude, it's trying, it doesn't see any possibility to finish that because it's not connected. All right, so let's go back into sketch 1. So we're going to double click on sketch 1, and we can grab this edge right here and we can throw it to there, or we can say this here is coincident with that, and we go over here and click coincident, and it snaps it together. See how it turns gray internally? That means now it's it can create a body out of this. So now I can finish that sketch, and now I can go to the extrude command, Shift E if you want to use the shortcuts, and I can grab this here, and I can, let's do a rotation. Use my right mouse button and holding that down, and I can rotate this and see an isometric view. And I can extrude this, you know, I can grab this arrow and pull up and down, and it shows you the shape change. Okay. All right. And if we are creating a solid right here, and it's a new solid. Okay, I'll just finish that guy in here. Now we have our first new solid. Now we can go back into this extrude, and we can modify that if we want to. We can double click on it, and we can change it to surface, which basically gets rid of everything. But we could extrude surfaces here. These will not make a solid body though. They're just surfaces. Okay, and then you can make thin, and this actually makes them like create a thickness. Yeah, and let's go back to solid. So we extruded that, and let's say we've finished that. Let's say we wanted to modify the sketch. I clicked on that little eyeball, show my sketch, and I can go double click on that sketch again, and I can go inside of there, and I can tweak this. And let's say I go to top view, and let's say I needed to make sure it was dimensionally this here, you know, we control this. So if we want to start controlling these locations, we would use the dimensions. So we can make that 10. We can make this, it's all coming off the origin too, so that's a good thing. 20, and then here to here is, let's say, 30. All right, so we're starting to fully constrain. In order to fully constrain this, we need a dimension from this point going to each one of these, and they will eventually start turning black on us. Black means they're fully constrained, but you can't then just drag the points out. So let me put this 45, pull this one up, pull this one out, and right now I can, this is like constrained. Let me get out of that dimension right there. I can grab this. It can move up and down, so it's telling me that there's no constraint on this distance here. So let me create a distance from this place, this to point to that point. That's 20. So you can see it turned black on us. That tells us that it's fully constrained. So if we want to fully constrain the rest of this, we need to click down here. Let's change it to 15. Now we need to fully constrain these two pieces. So here to here, and we can pull that over and make that like 8. And now we know it's fully constrained, okay? And then we can finish that, and then the sketch will automatically update to our new view. Right mouse button to rotate that. And if you want to click like this right here, this button right here, it does an isometric view. All right, so that's how you extrude. Thanks for watching.